Our coverage of the NFL brings us to the southern end of the Tar Heel State and to this beautiful venue, Bank of America Stadium here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Today, an NFC battle in store for us between the Detroit Lions and the Carolina Panthers. Jake Bates now ready to get this one started. And we're off and running from Charlotte. Flowers now to return it. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Now here's Keaton Mitchell with the run. He was descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Brian Branch getting there for the tackle.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down.
Here we go. 19-18. Ready.
Now looking to throw. Hits him on the out route. He pushes it up across the 30 before going out.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Bronco switch. Ready.
Mitchell takes it straight ahead, and his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
That's one as a running back in this league, you got to convert every time. Teams really don't care if you're a Hall of Famer or an undrafted rookie. You can't get 1 yard for a first, they're going to start holding auditions for someone who can.
1st down, play action, flushed out of the pocket. He finds space, middle of the field. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. He finds 37 yards on the play to move those chains.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Throwing from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
I think those big old boxing gloves might have made a better catch and a better call than receiver gloves right there for that one. It is going to be a fight to hang on the ball, and we just saw physicality personified.
They'll throw on 2nd and 10. That's Lamb running the slant. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Bronco 80. Dragon 60. Ready.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. It's on target to Williams. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
All set now. 1st and 10.
No, 70 Timber. No, 70 Timber. Check.
Mitchell up the middle. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on 1st down.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Cowboy 80.
And they're going to throw out of the gun. And the Lions are there to bring him down. And for the 2nd straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way. And that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
Well, the first sack of the game, Kate, as you just called, is a big one. And they're going to make this guy pay if he's trying to play too much hero ball. Got to find a way to get the ball out of your hand.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Throwing this one back of the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone. Kirby Joseph picks it. And the Lions will take over as this gets brought out to the 20-yard line.
Red zone defense. It is a part of the practice week at least twice. Thursdays, Fridays, even tuning it up on Saturdays. Because it's all about protecting in the red zone. And not only protecting points, but taking the ball away. That is a gold star effort by the defense.
First game on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know you can set the table for more.
They go play action on first down. Connects with Fate. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. They'll get 16 yards on that play. And the Lions have a first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
On first down, it's Gibbs. He scrapes together a yard at most. It's second down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
Let's go now. Go.
Back to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he takes it across midfield and into Panthers territory. 3rd and 4 coming up now.
Buffalo 18.
Dropping back to throw. Checks it down to Gibbs. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains. A lot of game left, partner, but it would be a shame not to punish your opponents for making a mistake so early.
Yep, they come through on 3rd down, and the chance of transforming that turnover into a touchdown still exists.
On first down, they'll run. Down a good handful there as it brings up 2nd down.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to and keep them from piling on those yards.
Go left side, and St. Brown has it. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. Drive has gone 8 plays now as they face 3rd and 3.
Get it.
They're going to try and throw it here. Escapes the pocket. He's going for it himself. This play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. So that connection for a first will bring us to the end of the first. Couple of zeros on the board right now. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Bank of America Stadium after this. We're all set to bring you the second quarter. Lions well within striking distance. First and 10, looking to throw. Finds Gibbs out of the backfield. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Dude, I don't know why every once in a while I get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
He's going to fight forward and get in. Touchdown! The Lions get the game's first points here in the second. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Flowers now to return it. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Carolina offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
Go! Ready, right?
Shaking off the pit quickly. Who's going to throw? Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw in coverage too many times.
It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Jack Campbell with the INT. And the Lions are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
This is such the back and forth nature of this game that we all love. Defense is just infused with confidence. Back-to-back possessions, taking it away, and offensively, boy, you just feel like you're killing your team right now. Gotta protect the football.
He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
This offense has now left you some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down. After that drive starts, a very minimal gain.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
Ready!
Looking in the air here. Screen here for Gibbs. And this is going to get him right up near that 1st down, but he's marked short after a gain of 7, 3rd down.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it. The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
So the field goal team stays sidelined. They're going to go for this.
Let's go!
Running for it. Here's Gibbs. And he's able to get this down to the 13. A 14-yard pickup on 4th and 10. Well done. And they surprise a whole lot of folks by picking up that 1st.
A gain of a yard.
Get it! Ready!
And the Lions.
I'll throw it. Caught just shy of the goal line. And he's in for the Detroit touchdown. The Lions pull out in front further, 13-zip. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Lions double their lead to 14. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Flowers now to return it. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
At their own 20-yard line.
Panthers look just about ready. 1st and 10.
Trap alert! Hey! Get up!
They'll run. This is Mitchell. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Short pass brought in. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. They get 19 on that pickup. And that's good for a Panthers 1st. So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
1st and 10.
Looking on 1st down. Pass brought in by Tetterow and McMillan. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. 12 yards on that play and a good call nets him the 1st.
That's another Panthers 1st down.
Come on, come on!
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Throwing off the play fake. He rolls to his right. Moving right, airs it out down the sideline. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
Go! Panther 60. Panther 60. Ready?
Back now, pressure coming. Throwing the out route complete. And out of bounds right at the 40-yard line.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Here we go. Here we go. Check out.
Oh, love this. Giving it to the big guy on third and short. And this defense is going to win this rep. They hold strong there in the middle, get him down right at the line. Fourth down coming up. So the run goes backwards. What do you think, Brock? Is it time that they start getting a little more aggressive, take some more risks offensively?
Not in my book. You've not earned that right. I think a lot of play callers feel that same way, too. I mean, you get to earn the right to be aggressive and take shots when you can do the basics, like, I don't know, run for a positive gain.
So this one will not get it done. They're going to turn this over on down.
Turnover on down.
Yeah, I don't care that they didn't get it. Still the right call in that situation. It's a little too long for a field goal, and a punt really nets you very few yards. The decision-making was sound. It was the execution that let them down.
And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
This is complete to Gibbs. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Just 2 minutes to play here in our opening half. More coming up from Bank of America Stadium. Stick around.
Let's go now.
Takes the hands off. Now to throw. Throw left side is caught by Sinnott. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means third down coming up.
It'll be this group's job, watching the film, to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically, and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Ready?
Third and just 2 to go.
60. Get it.
Here he is on third and short. Complete beyond the marker. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. He'll pick up 14 yards on that one. And that is good for Detroit first down.
That's good for Lions. First down. A gain of 14.
Enough to Gibbs from the gun. And he will get this to the end zone for a Detroit touchdown. The Lions boat racing them to the halftime locker room. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Lions stretch their lead to 21. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Flowers now to return it. And he gets it up beyond the 20, but boy, did they plant him a few inches into the ground at the end of that run.
At their own 23-yard line.
Carolina offense to the line. Here's first and 10.
Come on, come on.
Here's Mitchell. He's going to be brought down right at the 35. Working quickly here.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
For a Panthers first down.
Pass play on first and 10. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
At the 40-yard
Hey, Kate, you know this from covering the Seahawks, calling their preseason game. When Pete Carroll was there, if he said it once, he said it 100 times. Stay on top, stay on top, stay on top. You'll give up a short little out route like that, but just stay on top of the deep threat.
Ready?
Second down pass play coming. Buys time, rolling right. And that's incomplete, but I do see some laundry on the field. Let's see what this flag is all about. Just a momentary loss of focus, a break in discipline, and not a good moment individually as he gets hit with that personal foul.
Ready. 79, Cowboy 80.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. He has the Carolina touchdown. The Panthers get their first points of this game just before halftime. We've seen him do a lot more to reach the end zone on a catch, Brock. That one's kind of fed right to him.
Yeah, they said the
Rush coming off the edge, and they block it! Off to the races, middle of the field! 30! And he is into the end zone, so they steal 2 points on the block kick and return.
Well, I know you, Kate, and you know me, and I think we would both sign up for this kind of track meet. One side of it scampers all the way down the field with a big play. The other side, they don't hang their head for a second. Instead, they block it, and they scamper it all.
Has room down the left sideline. There it is, touchdown, Detroit! The Lions get more points to end a lopsided first half. Beats Texas on the extra point. And the Lions make it a 24-point ball game. So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. Flowers now to return it. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. They'll throw to start the drive. Gets this to Fate. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Well, the good part is he did bring that play to a stop. Unfortunately, looks like he got banged up on the tackle. He's in some discomfort out there. Throwing on 2nd. And again, an interception is drawn. Looked a whole lot like the last play, didn't it, partner? And again, the turnover escapes him. It's going to be 3rd down. Back to throw now. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Secures this at the 17. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Panthers look just about ready. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Ready?
They'll throw to begin this drive. Running right side by McMillan. And this one does not go far.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
60 Eagles. Let go.
Pass play now. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Jack Campbell with the INT. And the Lions get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. All right, Lions just about ready. 1st and 10. They'll toss it to Gibbs. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
Hawk 70. Ready?
They're throwing it. Right side, caught by Sinnott. And he's stopped cold at the spot. We'll keep paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10.
Come on.
Working inside the red zone. Chased out to his right. And this is going to fall incomplete in the end zone. Wanted it all right there. Now we've got to regroup for second down.
You know, we're so often in today's game looking for this, that escapability, and I love that. Get out of harm's way. Right? Just got to find a way to make the connection on the other end.
Makes the catch. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Point after up and good from Bates. And the Lions continue piling onto this lead. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. And that one's going to skip across the goal line and into the end zone. So the football will come back out to the 20. Carolina offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Mitchell on the carry. And the drive starts out small. Just 1 yard on that play.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
Nothing doing there as the second down pass falls incomplete.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field, but in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
70 Timberwolves.
Third and long for him here. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And that brings up 4th and long. And they'll down this one a little shy of the 40.
1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
Got it. Ready?
Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10.
Ready.
They'll start on the ground with Gibbs. He spins right by him. And this one's going to move him all the way down to the 25-yard line. That goes for 32 yards. And the Lions have a 1st down.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, you know, the best of them take advantage of it.
And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
You know, some positive yardage here, Kate, but just as important, they're mixing up their play calling. And they could very well be setting up the defense for a big play later.
Let's go now. Let's go.
He's going to throw it. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Even the best of them can be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
Here we go. Here we go. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Hut, hut.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down. So they take their shot for the end zone block rather than focusing on that 1st down marker. And now they've got a decision to make.
Yeah, I think with that incompletion, they've made the decision. You better send that field goal team on. They took their shot. They just couldn't finish it. What a season this guy has had. Yet to miss on a field goal this entire year. And I really hope I didn't just jinx him.
Flowers now to return it. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
Tag. Hut.
They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Catch made by Keaton Mitchell. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
2nd and 10, back to throw. Completed over the middle. And he is hit hard shortly after that catch. Great job hanging on to that, but only a small gain on that play.
Gain of 3.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7.
Get it. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Go.
To the air on 3rd and long. Big strike here to Williams. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28. First and 10 now from the 46.
Ready! Ready!
Still sticking with the passing game. Nice work by the back here. Playing safety valve complete. He did well on that play, but might have had some early help. We've got a flag down. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now first and 20.
Ready!
They are throwing it again. Knocked away. That's going to be incomplete. Defender there. That brings up second down.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
Let's go now.
He's going to throw it again. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Nice pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down.
Here we go. Start.
Here he goes, third and long. He's going to push one deep down the right. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Panthers getting everyone set for the punt. And he'll try to hit this one well. And this was certainly a miss hit, low and pretty short. Fair catch called for and taken just beyond midfield. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. First and 10. Drive begins with Gibbs. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Not able to get away from the big Vita Vea.
One thing I can say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
This is Gibbs on second down. Solid work on his part. Gets 7 there. It's still third down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Short yardage situation here. It's third and 2.
Ready, 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 ready.
Again, it's Gibbs. What a hit there. She faced the price for moving the chains that time.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love third down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because it's money down and they want the ball, but a third down run for a first down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
And they take it out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for first and goal.
You know, one secret ingredient on these jet sweeps to take off like that, Kate, is timing. We talk about timing and precision in the passing game, but it's the same thing on a jet sweep. You got to hand it off just at the right time to capture an edge like he just did.
And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on first and goal. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's their football, and with that type of lead we've got on the scoreboard, this game pretty close to over. Leading 10 yards now as they line up. It's second and goal.
Ready.
Here's another for it. And this is headed the wrong way. He's closed in on for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
He's got it. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Flowers now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Panthers look just about ready. First and 10.
Here we go.
Running right with Mitchell. He's forced out of bounds after picking up about 7. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have second down and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3.
He'll call his own number. And keeping his own read costs him. He takes a hit, loses some yards too.
The It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the Booth Cave, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Air it out on third. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. Looking for his wide receiver there. And they're up against it. Fourth down coming up. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return.
At their own 36-yard line.
Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Hand off to the back. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
19, Tiger, 19, Tiger, go.
Back to the well again. He takes this out to around the 46, and that's going to leave him a yard at most from that marker on 3rd down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run in crossing that 1st down marker.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Oh, and they're going to have the fullback trying power for it. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
What that play shows you is that if you're not keyed in the fullback right away, he's going to make you pay.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10.
Ready? Cougar 19. Hut, hut.
Plowing up the middle. And they'd love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign that they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Ready up.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6.
Let's go now. 70 Lions. Hut.
They give it to him again. And that's good for a few. It brings up 3rd down.
Taken down at the 43-yard line.
On the set.
A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
Tight. 19, 18. Ready, ready.
They'll try to run it with Connor. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34.
No, no. Come on. Set. 70, 10.
Right back to Connor. And he's got about 9 on that run, partner. Down inside the 30.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
We've reached the 2-minute warning from Charlotte. Lions nearing their 6th win this season. Fall forward, and I think you've got this 1st down, Brock. It's 2nd and inches.
Let's go.
It's Connor again. They stopped him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up. Their dominance against this ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
And he's going to have enough for the 1st down. Not by much. He got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with the 1st and goal.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down.
Check go.
Second quarterback run here. Lining up to take a knee on second down. So the Lions get the win